YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to Bananas Epic Gaming, and today in Bananas Epic Gaming we're filming another episode of CageTalk. And today we're going to be doing the Marvel Phase 4 ranking from the worst to the best. Keep in mind this is just my personal opinion, and as of this recording, Phase 5 is currently underway. So please be sure to like and subscribe, tap a little bell on the YouTube app so you guys never miss an upload. Let's get into it. I'm going to be ranking the TV shows and the movies, and coming in last place, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Now, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, when it first got announced, I thought that it would be good, and that it would be nice to have another Hulk, and this is a way we can get the Incredible Hulk in an MCU project, not being the Avengers, and it being his cousin. But I really wasn't a fan of this show. The highlight for this show for me was Daredevil being introduced. And yes, She-Hulk is going to be maybe a little phase for the MCU moving forward, but I'm not a fan of the way that they handled this character. And like all the fourth wall breaking is okay, but a little much, in my opinion, is bad because they did a lot of fourth wall breaking. That's all I'm gonna say about this show. If you like it, you like it. If not, it's okay. I don't hate it. It's just my least favorite of Phase 4. Now on to the next project. Coming up next is going to be a series that was short, and it is I Am Groot. I'll tell you why right now. I Am Groot is a fun little nod of what Groot did when he was Baby Groot. The first season at least, and it's only this well because it was short. And of course, it's going to be short because it's shorts. If it was like a little bit longer, it would be maybe higher because Vin Diesel does a fantastic job as Groot. And he does a good job in this one too. Like he always does. Now on to the next project. Coming in next is going to be a project I had ranked a lot higher recently. But over time, after I rewatched the entire Phase 4, it fell down my list quite a bit. And that is Marvel's What If Season 1. Marvel's What If Season 1 is the cartoon multiverse story. It deals with the multiverse and the alternate universes, realities, etc. Like what if Peggy Carter became a super soldier? What if T'Challa was taken instead of Star-Lord? What if the Avengers died? What if there was a zombie outbreak? Etc., etc., etc. I thought it was good, but over time, rewatching it falls down compared to the other ones. Because we don't know when What If Season 2 is going to come out, and we don't know what they're going to do. Because the main villain is Infinity Ultron, and he seemingly gets defeated in Season 1. What if Season 1 is good? Some may say it's great. I would say it's a little great, but it's not my personal favorite anymore. It's fallen down because of the nostalgia for me. Now on to the next movie. Coming up next is going to be the movie that started off Phase 4, and that is Black Widow. Now, Black Widow is the movie that started us off, and when it got announced, we were confused because she's supposed to be dead, and she still is dead, but this movie takes place in between Civil War and Infinity War. The highlights of this movie is Florence Pugh and the Red Guardian, for me. Scarlett Johansson, of course, does a fantastic job as Natasha Romanoff, like she always does. Just to me, this movie came out too late. It should have been a part of Phase 3. I think if it was a part of Phase 3, more people would have liked it more. And you can just explain that Florence Pugh's character in Red Guardian got dusted. The snap. We know that Florence Pugh's character got dusted, but that is all I want to say about this movie. Oh, and another thing, the villain, Taxmaster, it feels like Taxmaster got wasted, and I can't wait to see what they do with Taskmaster and Thunderbolts, because that's the next project that character is supposed to be in. Now on to the next movie. Coming up next is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy, the Holiday Special, the movie that ended Phase 4. Well, special presentation that ended Phase 4, because it's not a movie. No, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Holiday Special. It is what it is, and it does what it's supposed to do. It's a fun, little, goofy, short special, whatever you want to call it, with Drax and Mantis. Trying to cheer Peter, make him happy. Because it's the first Christmas back since Gamora passed. And they go to Earth, they take Kevin Bacon, and they bring him to nowhere, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to spoil the entire thing for you, go watch it. Now on to the next movie. Coming up next is going to be another short, and that is the Halloween season short that they put out, and that is Werewolf by Night. Now, Werewolf by Night is a good special presentation. I think the actress that plays Elisa Bloodstone did a good job, and the actor that played Jack Russell did a good job. And we also have the Man Thing in here as well. This is a step in Marvel in taking the dark approach, more spooky, and I think maybe having more people die and scream. Because I think we will get a Midnight Suns movie sooner or later. And if Elisa Bloodstone and Jack, the Wolf by Night and Man Thing go in there, I'm all down for that. Now on to the next movie. Coming up next is going to be a movie that some people like, some don't. Some say that it's arguably one of the worst in the MCU's run, and that is Thor: Love and Thunder. Now, Thor: Love and Thunder, on paper, it looks like it could be one of the best Thor movies, maybe one of the best MCU movies. Because Natalie Portman is returning as Jane Foster, and she becomes Mighty Thor. Christian Bale is the main villain, and he's playing Gore, the God Butcher. But he doesn't have the symbiote in this, because Disney, Marvel, MCU Studios doesn't own the symbiote. That's a Spider-Man product, so it belongs to Sony. This movie has its ups and downs, yes. And spoiler alert, Jane does die. But we see Thor becoming a father to Love, aka Eternity, who is Gore's daughter, who is reborn after Gore reaches eternity. All in all, I believe this is a good Thor movie, but it's not the best. Part 3, Ragnarok, is still the best in my personal opinion. It's not the worst MCU movie by far. Now on to the next movie. Slash TV show, and that is gonna be a MCU TV show of Phase 4. And it is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now I'm going to be brutally honest with this right here in maybe 30 seconds or less. So let's get into it. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier, 6 months after being handed the mantle of Captain America at the end of the Avengers Endgame. Sam Wilson teams up with Bucky Barnes on a global mission to stop the anti-patriotism group known as the Flag Smashers, who are enhanced recreation of the super soldier serum and believe that the world was better off during the blip. So the super soldier ripoffs known as the Flag Smashers are the villains. We get Baron Zemo returning and Sharon Carter, who is now the Power Broker. The Dora Milaje from Black Panther are here, obviously because of Baron Zemo. Bucky's trying to right the wrongs that he did when he was the Winter Soldier, who was brainwashed. And Sam Wilson doesn't feel like he's worthy enough of being Captain America, so he gives up the shield. The U.S. government picks John Walker, who becomes U.S. agent, and U.S. agent is a member of the Thunderbolts. We will see him more during the Thunderbolts movie that's coming out. All in all, I think this is a nice little 6-episode series. It sets up 2 movies. Thunderbolts with Bucky and John Walker, and Captain America 4 with Sam, because he's going up against the leader and Red Hulk, now played by Harrison Ford. If you haven't seen this one, this is one of the better Disney Plus shows that they have done, in my opinion, and it's quick and easy to get through. You will be amazed how fast you get through it. Now on to the next movie / TV show. So, we got all the special presentations out of the way. We're almost done with the TV shows. The movies were about a quarter of the way done. But the next movie is not liked by many, and that is going to be the Eternals. Now, the Eternals, to me, Cersei and Icarus and I think Drug are the 3 of the best that make the movie worth it, that are in the first one. And then we get a Blade tease, and we also get to meet Thanos' brother, played by Harry Styles. That's a highlight of this movie. Forgettable villain, and the big problem, because something happens in this movie that people are like, how come nobody in the MCU is talking about this? And that's because this movie, I believe, is supposed to be released at the back end of Phase 4, but with the pandemic, everything got moved around. So it's all one big jumble mess, but now the timeline makes sense, because it's been talked about a little, in some way, shape, or form, either by a computer or a podcast. If you're doing an MCU watch through, the Eternals it's okay, it's worth it. That's like one of the only reasons why I would rewatch it. Maybe for the build up to Secret Wars, but other than that, not really. But Cersei and Icarus are the top 2, in my opinion. Now on to the next movie / TV show. Okay, I might get hate for this one, but the next project is a TV show, and I'm sorry, but that project is Miss Marvel. Okay, so Miss Marvel is just an origin story for Miss Marvel. Iman Vellani, she is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best part of this entire series. They did perfect casting when they casted her to play Kamala Khan. But this one was kind of hard to get through. Because if you play the Marvel's Avengers game, you kind of know like her origin story, but they change it up just a little bit. I won't get into too much detail because the big cliffhanger is she's a mutant. She's not an inhuman. She's a mutant, and that's the first time we heard that word in the MCU. So she's a mutant. I'm 50-50 with that because I know they're probably not going to use the Inhumans anytime soon, and we got to start introducing the X-Men. Now the question is he going to be an X-Men, or is he going to be a Young Avenger, or is he going to do both? All in all, this series is a nice little origin story series. It's fun, some good laughs. Iman Vellani, again, such a wonderful actress. She steals the scene every time she's on the screen in a good way. So watch it just for her. Now on to the next project. And I said project because this one might make a lot of people upset, because the next TV show was something that everybody was looking forward to throughout the week for the next episode, and it just recently ended their season 2, and that is going to be Loki. Now, Loki season 1 is arguably the best Disney Plus original series that they have made so far. The reason why it's not in the top 5 for me is because I have more connections and more feelings for the other characters that are going to be talked about. And this one, the big takeaway is King the Conqueror, aka He Who Remains, Victor Timely, whatever you want to call him, is the big bad. And I think that everything that is happening right now in the MCU as of November 10th, 2023 is because of what happened in the last episode of season 1. Now, you can easily flip-flop these with the next couple, but for right now, it is right here on my list. Now on to the next TV show or movie. And coming up next is going to be Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, this one was hard to place because the next movie, I could easily flip-flop with it. Well, the next 2 movies, actually. But let's get into it right now. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is a nice introduction to Shang-Chi, and we, of course, knew about the Mandarin from Iron Man 3, but that was the fake Mandarin, and that we meet the real one. This was a nice origin story for Shang-Chi, and I believe he's going to be a key piece for the future for the Avengers. He may even be the Bruce Banner or the Hawkeye level for the next generation of the Avengers. Because I think Kate Bishop will be in the Young Avengers and should lead that one. They're going to have like tears. But Shang-Chi, nice movie, fun time. Awkwafina kills it. And you get Shang against his father, the Mandarin. And we find out that the Ten Rings are ancient and they're sending like a distress call, but we don't know where to. I think they're sending it to King, but there's only one way to find out. Now on to the next movie, because it's going to be a movie. And that movie is something that we have recently talked about here on the channel just about over a year ago, as of the recording of this CageTalk. And that is going to be Black Panther 2. Now, I said amazing things about it when I originally talked about it. But after rewatching it a few times, let me explain. Now, for Black Panther 2, this was a beautiful love letter, beautiful send-off to T'Challa / Chadwick Boseman, who sadly passed away. We get the Shuri becoming the Black Panther story, which happens in the comics. We also get the introduction of another mutant, and that is Namor. That word is going to come around a lot more, so get used to it. But I know I gave this movie high praises, but it felt like they could have done more. And we also meet Riri Williams, Ironheart. I'm okay with Riri Williams being Ironheart, but what happened to the kid from Iron Man 3? Because he's supposed to be Iron Lad. Could we get like a little update on him? Maybe he goes to college with Riri. But I just felt like they could have done more with this. Like maybe a little more explaining Namor and more Shuri and her reasons of not wanting to be the Black Panther. Because it's been a while since I've seen this. I recorded the review for Black Panther Wakanda Forever the night it came out. And I like it. It's obviously gonna be high in my list because I'm not biased. Okay, and Namor the Submariner coming is a good step to take. Now on to the next movie or TV show, and in this case it is a TV show. And that TV show is Marvel's Moon Knight. Marvel's Moon Knight is a fun ride. Oscar Isaac does a fantastic job. He redeems himself in the comic book of Marvel Eyes. For those of you that don't know, he played Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse. And he absolutely kills it as Moon Knight. We get the Egyptian gods, we get Egyptian lore. Ethan Hawke is a fantastic villain, and I'm not going to spoil too much about this show because it was one of the best shows of Marvel Phase 4 and Phase 5 still. Because we're on Phase 5 and no show really has touched this in my mind. Go watch Moon Knight. It is worth it. Now on to the next series, aka movie/TV show. And now we are in the top 4. And I played favorites a little bit too long because I cannot let this movie go any further. Coming in 4th place is Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness, I thought it was a nice sequel for Doctor Strange. And we get Elizabeth Olsen, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, again in another MCU project, so I was all for it. We also get to meet America Chavez, who I think did a fantastic job. I can't wait to see her in another project, maybe the Young Avengers. Wanda Maximoff is back, who is now known as the Scarlet Witch. She is a big bad, and she dreamwalks to try to find a universe where she has her children, and this is where we meet Mr. Fantastic played by John Krasinski, and we meet Peggy Carter, who took the Super Soldier Serum, another Miss Marvel. We meet Professor X, Charles Xavier, and Bruce Campbell makes a cameo. I thought Doctor Strange 2 was a nice little sequel, and it is up there because of America Chavez and Wanda Maximoff. I can't wait to see these characters come back for the next movie, which might be King Dynasty. Now on to the next movie. And coming in third place is gonna be Disney Plus's own WandaVision. Now, WandaVision, when it first came out, everybody was wondering what the heck is going on with Wanda. She had a psychotic breakdown. She creates a hex. She recreates Vision because of all the grief that she's dealt with in her life. It's got to be too much. And we find out that Wanda is a Nexus being. She is the Scarlet Witch. She is arguably the strongest person in the MCU. One of the strongest people in the MCU to date. And it felt good, Wanda getting her flowers. We also met, I think her name's Photon, Monica Rambeau, in this one. And Agatha Harkness, and we get fake Pietro. All in all, this was a really good Disney Plus series. I personally enjoyed it. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It is worth it because Elizabeth Olsen should have won all the awards she could have been nominated for this role. Now on to the next MCU project. And the next MCU project, which is the second ranked project, is obviously the Hawkeye series. Now, Hawkeye, it's a Christmas story. We get Haley Steinfeld, who plays Kate Bishop, and to me, she did a fantastic job. I can't wait to see her again, maybe in the Young Avengers, because if you saw the end credit, the last scene before the credits of the Marvels, I think that's what Kamala Khan was hinting at. Jimmy Renner gets his flowers. He finally gets a project about him. And Yelena is back. Florence Pugh did a fantastic job like always. We get Kingpin, who returns to the MCU, and it is beautiful. When I say returns to the MCU, he returns to the Marvel Universe, because we last saw him in Daredevil on Netflix, and now he is crossed over to the MCU. And we also get Echo. All in all, this is a fun little Christmas Marvel project. And if you haven't seen it, it is worth a watch. Haley Steinfeld steals every scene she is in. Arguably one of my favorite new characters. And let's get to the number one ranked. And the number one ranked MCU Phase 4 property, movie, TV show, special is without a doubt Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home was something special, and I'm going to talk about it a little and give my quick thoughts on it right now. Because this is arguably one of my favorite Spider-Man movies to date. This Spider-Man movie, it has 6 villains in it, so it is basically the Sinister Six. You have Electro, you have Sandman, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, the Lizard, and then you also have Venom, who was only in there for maybe 30 seconds. You are dealing with the ramifications of what Mysterio did in the last movie. You have 7 big bads, and the Chameleon is still wandering out there because he was in the last one, but he wasn't in the last one. You have to have known his name, his birth name, going into Far From Home to pinpoint that, oh, that's the Chameleon. But back to this movie. This movie, it was something special watching it in theaters. Seeing Toby and Andrew come back to reprise the role as Peter Parker, but from a different universe, because Tom Holland is the new main Peter Parker. It's such a beautiful, beautiful movie, man. Doctor Strange trying to help Peter because he's just a kid and he's trying to do right by him, and Peter making the sacrifice play and having everybody forget that he exists, and Peter losing the one person that he loves most outside of MJ. It's heartbreaking. This is my favorite portrayal as Peter Parker for Tom Holland, and I cannot wait to see what he can do in the next one, because I honestly do believe he will absolutely knock it out of the park, just like he does most things that he does and that I've seen him in. All in all, Spider-Man No Way Home, this is most people's favorite Spider-Man movie, and this is my favorite Spider-Man movie overall. Spider-Man 4, you have big shoes to fill. Maybe tone down on the villains, because yes, this was a nostalgia movie, but it did what it needed to do, in my opinion. Now, that is my ranking of Marvel Phase 4. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Tap the little bell on my YouTube app so you guys never miss an upload. And we're going to be doing Phase 5 and 6 after they are complete. Then one big phase ranking of the entire MCU, including the Fox movies and Tobey and Andrews, because they are now canon. So if you want to wait for those movies only, they will be after the multiverse saga is complete. In this CageTalk, I'm filming all of the MCU rankings ahead of time, so I don't know when this one will come out, but thank you for watching again, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.